certain cases where you have to create awareness or create the demand. For example, like there was a time when oral medication was not used in asthma, but by gradual promotion and sharing the studies with doctors, they started prescribing oral medication as well. Or there are cases where people avoid inhalers. So you create certain awareness programs where people come to know that inhalers are not bad for them, or they start disbelieving in the myths being created. Right? Okay, after a couple of slides, we'll have a 4 to 5 minute break. Those who have already, those who have yet not taken tea, take tea in that, and then we'll rejoin after 2 to 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, depending on budget, some of this is done by the brand manager. Certain activities are done by the team, and certain activities are done by the agent. As I shared earlier, that there are certain activities which are planned at head office, like you are doing a nationwide campaign, you are doing you are using a campaign which is having many gifts, so all of that is needed to be done in hospitals. So those are usually centrally planned by a brand manager and executed on his or her advice. Then there are certain activities which are planned by the team, and the brand manager facilitates those, like roundtable discussion on regional level. The regional team is want to plan roundtable discussions at Peshawar or maybe at Faistabad or Multan. So they plan those sessions. They decide which place is ideal for this, who will be our presenter, what will be the terms and conditions, and then those are being sent to brand manager for their approval or facilitation. Likewise, certain activities are done by agencies. It includes mega functions, medical conferences. You know that every year, every segment, like there is gynae conference, then there is pediatric conference. So these conferences are being arranged by the society, and we participate there to vendors by getting a stall there, by executing various activities. Okay, then again, it's used press. Again, with reference to general branding, we can go in press for every product, but in particularly pharmaceutical, we can go in press by sharing only the products available that has to be addressed towards healthcare professionals, and then we can give these advertisements in medical business. To a PR expert agency, we can again target specific segments, especially the niche markets. For example, oncology. Oncology as segment where there and again psychiatry, where there are very limited number of doctors, lot of social work and awareness work is being done, and different agencies help you penetrate these. So before going toward the next slide, I would like to have a 4 or 5 minutes break. Then we will resume again with the same idea. Machine or sewing machine for blind. So this is ultimately that the girl who invented the sewing machine for blind, she was not having any reference. There was no other such machine for blind. So ultimately, she identified this market and then developed the product. And ultimately, it's patented that she will be earning billions to it. And then another factor, which I guess some of my even current product managers and product managers who are doing product management from 2 or 3 years, they also lack this thing, and I always suggest them ability to think and ability to think analytically. We don't spare time for things. You know that it's good that we keep on doing things. When you become a product manager, you will say that I'm here for creativity, I'm here to think the plans, but there are other operational things which will try to distract. These operational things could be sending promotion material to the team, facilitating the plans which they have made, meetings, new product meetings, new launch meetings. There are several meetings which may distract. Ultimately, you will have to always spare some time for you where you will think, where you will think new ideas, where you will see that what better things I can do for my current product, or what improvement can I bring in my brand plans, in my strategy, in my campaign, what I have to do in coming. There are certain products, that which are promoted or which gets more sale in season. Like those products which are to treat respiratory infections, their sale in winter is usually higher than summer. Those products which are there to treat diarrhea-related infections or to treat diarrhea, to facilitate the patient who is suffering from diarrhea, those are usually sold. इनकी जो ज़्यादा सेल होती है वो गर्मियों में होती है. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट फिर आपको अपना एक रोलिंग प्लान बनाना पड़ता है कि किसके साथ किस अगेन इसी तरह से मलेरिया इज डिजीज जो कि खास तौर पे गर्मियों में होती है और अगेन कुछ जियोग्राफिकल एरियाज में जरा ज्यादा होती है. So it means that you have to not only cope up with the busy schedule, but you will have to keep your Pentium 10 or what you call it, i11 or i12, which is not been in the market on all the time, and use both sides of it. Okay, so some of the essential skills include strategic creativity, quantitative reasoning, excellent writing, strong communication, easily adaptable. Why you should be easily adaptable? Because in most of the cases when product managers they are being asked that do you still go in field but you are not in sales? Like when you're not in the sales, then why you go in the field? The thing is that sales and target is the responsibility of everybody in the sales and marketing, no matter that the marketing manager, that the product manager, or that direct sales person. It's the responsibility of everyone. So, what is the reason of product managers going into field is that they first thing they see that the strategy they made at their office, probably in an air conditioned room, is it practical? Like what they thought about it, is it doing the same in the market? If it's doing the same, then is the team being trained properly? Because training the team is also one of the major responsibility of a product manager, not only on strategy but also on product knowledge and medical knowledge. So the that particular strategy is being or that particular campaign is being executed efficiently. जैसा सोचा था कि टीम वैसा ही कर रही है कि उसके एग्जीक्यूशन में या उनकी ट्रेनिंग में कहीं गैप रह गया. तीसरी सिचुएशन ये हो सकती है कि वो बहुत अच्छी कैंपेन जो ऑफिस में बैठ के हुई थी, फील्ड में उसका रिस्पॉन्स अच्छा नहीं है. You have to be adaptable. You may have to modify that, and you may have to accept that it's not good and go back. अभी one of the participants was suggesting कि कुछ आप local example. आप देखिए कि अगेन फार्मास्यूटिकल की अगर मैं आपको एग्जांपल दूंगा कि प्रोडक्ट हमने किसी कंपनी ने लॉन्च की और वापस पिक कर ली, तो मे बी आपकी नॉलेज में ऐसी एग्जांपल पास्ट की कम हो, या शायद आपने सुना हो कि दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी डिसकंटिन्यूड स्पेसिफिक प्रोडक्ट जो कि उन्होंने लॉन्च की थी और वो शायद इफेक्टिव मार्केटिंग या कुछ प्रोडक्ट का सेगमेंट चेंज किया जाता है कि इनिशियली एक सेगमेंट के इंडिकेशन में लॉन्च की जाती है और देन उसकी इंडिकेशन चेंज करते हैं. बट अगर आप कंज्यूमर मार्केटिंग में देखें तो ऐसे बहुत सी नॉन एग्जांपल आपके सामने. Like कुछ अर्सा पहले there was a singer Najam Shiraz and Tapal launched their advertisement with a song on a rotating stage. Ultimately, Supreme always thinks that they are bigger brand, or Lipton label always think that they are bigger brand than Tapal. So they hired more expensive, more creative person for influencers. They made an advertisement for you usually know that ads are from 30 seconds to 1 minute, but that was a 4 or 5 minute ad with a complete song. So that was a very creative ad, but the product was not being sold. Even people were unable to recognize that it's Supreme ad. They thought it's a folk classical musical song, and Supreme has only sponsored it. Or maybe even some people didn't were not able to connect the dots with that. So in certain cases, you have to like step back and accept the mistake and make a mistake. The product manager has to be proactive. It's not only for the example I already gave you, that proactively see that if the winter is coming, the product is going to be sold on a higher number. So he or she has to give a higher forecast to the production. That like right now the sale is, if you go as per trend, the product will get short in the winter because its sale doubles. Besides this, product manager has a responsibility of introducing new products, suggesting new products to the company. So the product manager is proactive. He or she is well aware about what is the new research in that particular indication, especially in cardiometabolic and diabetes. These are the areas where new research is quite quick. So ultimately, if they are focusing the product which is about to come, which is in phase 4 trial or which has recently got the FDA approval, so you will get the benefit of becoming the first product to launch that money. and first mover or advantage is always there. You know that those companies which launched their first product in the category, that for example in detergent, Surf was first to launch a brand in Pakistan. So nowadays people say कि वो Ariel का Surf है, because Surf, which is a brand name, has become a category. Uh, Likewise, Fridge is a German brand of refrigerator, but people say कि Dolenz का fridge ले आओ. Okay, Fridge by itself is a brand. When you get the advantage of launching first brand in any particular category, then you get the first mover advantage, and then it's very difficult to beat the first mover in any particular. Uh, Yellow. Then up to date with the latest trends. Yeah, welfare testware. Welfare testware, but still, I guess uh, it's better to say that Sophos Bove, because Sophos Bove, when it was launched by the Sovaldi, the brand was launched. No one else in the industry was having any idea. Even no single brand was launched till 1 year of this, when this product came into market. After till 1 year, there was no other company with this product. So they enjoyed the first mover advantage. Ultimately, then Decla Testware, Velpa Testware, these are the products like people started guessing that इसके बाद क्या आएगा, इसके बाद क्या आएगा. लेकिन अब सोल्डी आई तो सिर्फ सोल्डी थी, और जिन लोगों ने सोल्डी लॉन्च करने का सोचा, which is the oral treatment for hepatitis, they did a great job. Then innovative thinker, reflective, and ability to research and translate findings. Data analysis, उससे inferences drive करना और उन inferences के मुताबिक threads बनाना, one of the very essential skills for product. I'm sorry, this is a bit busy slide, but bear it with me. Being a brand manager is an all-in-one job, because as I shared with you that your basic job is to create sustainable competitive advantage of your product. But there are several operational things to like execute your job. अब मैं reality का, मतलब एक तो होता है ना कि बुकेश बात कि ब्रांड मैनेजर तो बस ये करता है, लेकिन रियलिटी में अगर आप देखें एक कंपनी में जो ब्रांड मैनेजर है उसको फोरकास्टिंग भी करनी है, and then apparently it looks easy, but when you have 4 or 5 products, there are certain products which are sold like with a consistent growth from month to month. There are certain products which are sold higher in summer. There are certain products which are sold more in winter. So you have to do forecasting for rolling sale forecast according to sales situation. You have to forecast that how much will you sell in the whole year, how much ASP is being used, the promotional budget you get, and then the operational things, that the promotional material which you have made is being dispatched to the team or not, the new campaign, gifts, and all the material which you receive from vendor or any agent is being given to the team is being briefed on that. So there are a lot of other things which a brand manager does. तो बहुत सी चीजों का एक मिक्सचर होता है जिसमें बहुत सी लाइक स्ट्रेटजी, तो जैसे आई टोल्ड यू, तो स्ट्रेटजी तो बेसिक एरिया है जो एक ब्रांड मैनेजर को बनानी होती है. तो वो ब्रांड मैनेजर भी होता है, एक स्ट्रेटेजिस्ट भी होता है, और साथ में जो है वो यूएक्स डिजाइनर भी होता है कि प्रोडक्ट से रिलेटेड, प्रोडक्ट की अपनी अपीयरेंस कैसी होगी और प्रोडक्ट की फील कैसी होगी, हाउ कस्टमर फील विद इट. There are certain products which the doctors start getting attached to it. Okay, I always prescribe this company product, or I always prescribe this product because I get very good, or they always indulge me in the academic session. What is doing? Then he also gathers data, analyzes it, drives inferences. He's also a project manager. He does a lot of projects, especially conferences, CMEs, दीगर जो events होते हैं तमाम एक product ले. He's owner of the product, because although that sales team is responsible for numbers, but product manager is equally responsible. And likewise, success and failure goes in his or her credit. Then another important thing is that if a brand is growing, like what is the definition of growth, particularly in pharma market? Let's consider the product is growing by 30% and the other product is growing by 7%. Apparently, the product which is growing by 30% looks better. But if that is operating in a market which is growing by 60%, so it means that product is growing half to the speed of the total. We have to keep an eye at that. What is the growth of total market? What is the growth of major competitors? And what is the result? Likewise, a product which is still growing with 7% may be a cash cow, which is growing by 7% in the market, which is declining, which is a negative. So again, when you analyze different the data with different aspects, the definition of success, the definition of performance change. So then please go to the next slide. So our brand managers have to like keep themselves aware and updated with the data, with the trends, with what competitors are doing, and what his or her performance is, and then what his or her performance is like in any particular area. Maybe the company or the team is achieving the national targets, but one of the zone is contributing more and the other zone is contributing less. But then what brand manager do? Brand manager plans more activities in that area. Brand manager may sometime has to plan more tour in that area to see that if the execution is proper in that area or not, because others are getting results with the same step. Okay, to keep it all together and provide a state-of-the-art brand experience of both clients and employees, you need to think coherence and repeatability. Why repeatability? Because you know that most of the sales people, unfortunately, current sales people are not even science trained. In certain companies, they hire only pharmacists in sales. Although I guess that none of the companies they only hire pharmacists in sales, but at least they hire BSc or BSc with biology, botany, chemistry because they at least know that how to pronounce the disease, organisms, or the products. But in most of the cases, simple arts graduates are there in sales. Uh, Again, it's not something bad. I won't call it bad. In a way that it's more convenient for a science graduate to pronounce things, to understand and share knowledge with. But when you go into sale, because sale is, I use a specific line for pharmaceutical selling. It's an art of selling the science. Some people say that it's science or art. It's an art of selling the science. So in certain cases, those people who have done commerce graduation or who have done arts graduation are very good in sales. They are very good in selling skills. Though their product knowledge area, disease area is always questionable. But if they focus on that and they improve that, they become very good salesperson or sales manager. What you have to do is that you have to consistently coordinate with all the other departments that you know support. Because if you not coordinate with the production and you will not tell that how much quantity of the product I need in next quarter, then if the product sale is going high, that product will get short. If the product is sale is not going good, then that will be dumped in the warehouse and you will again have to pay. So then again, if you are launching any product, so you have to be in close coordination with the distribution department because the new product should be available at medical stores. And if your representative succeeds in getting a prescription, the patient should get it in the pharmacy out of that time. If the patient doesn't get a medicine and goes back to a doctor that this medicine is not available, then doctor will not start your product again that you. Okay. Let me share some important tips with you. Always consider. Okay. Always consider the user experience when developing your efforts. In our case, you can have user experience as well as the customer experience. Like if a doctor is getting good result, he or she will not only continue prescribing and repeat purchase, but will also start endorsing. We discussed this in initial three sessions that key opinion leaders or customer endorsement is very important. And once they have used it within like for some of the patients in their family or by themselves, or they're having feedback from their patients that the product is performing good, then ultimately you must have seen that there are doctors who suggest others. Although हमारे साथ में है तो कौन ये मसला है कि डॉक्टर तो बाद में सजेस्ट करता है, पहले हम ही खुद सजेस्ट कर रहे होते हैं कि मेरे भी कान में दर्द था और मैंने ये भी दवा ली तो तुम भी लेके। तो हमें ये एंडोर्समेंट तो खैर जो वर्ड ऑफ माउथ है वो फार्मास्यूटिकल के लिए फैमिलीज में भी मिलता रहता है, बट लेकिन कंसल्टेंट की अकाउंट की आपकी रिकमेंडेशन इम्पोर्टेंट अहमियत है. So what you have to do is that you have to immerse in that environment because until you will not be dealt with everyone, sales, production, distribution, regulatory authority, business development, and then in that case you will not be able to get success. I'll answer to that. Okay, those companies which get their share from institutions, uh, the number one thing is that the secondary data which we are discussing, IQVIA or IMS, that doesn't report institutions, by the way, specifically the tender sale. Like, for example, if somebody has sold a huge amount to government of Pakistan or any provincial government, that will not be reported in the IQVIA. And usually, uh, sorry, usually when we discuss data or we discuss market share, even in that secondary research data, which is IMS or IQVIA, that doesn't count institutional sales. Likewise, during our meeting at office, we also don't count that as your true sale or market share. Because this year you quoted good rates and you got good sale. Next year, maybe some other will get that. So that's not a consistent sale. And the common practice in our common practice, the common secondary data which we are discussing in pharmaceutical industry, that doesn't cover the tender sale or so that is important, but kind of less relevant. There's no harm in getting your product included in the institution because that also helps you make it a brand. Because in that particular indication, not only the consultants, the junior doctors, house officers, those doctors who are prescribing a medicine for the first time, junior doctors, especially house officers, for them this will be a reference that when I was in जब मैं जिना साल में होता था या जब मैं सिविल हॉस्पिटल में होता हम ये प्रोडक्ट लिखते थे या इस इंडिकेशन में मैंने सबसे पहले ये प्रोडक्ट so that help you make big brand but usually that is not discussed in meetings and तो ये बहुत अहम एक एरिया है आप में से मुझे आप लोग अपने हैंड रेज करके तो ये जूम का रेज हैंड ऑप्शन है ये रेज करके बताइए कि आपकी राय में सेल्स की जो नंबर्स हैं वो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए या नहीं तो जो लोग समझते हैं कि सेल्स जो है वो सेल्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है वो हैंडल ओके तो दो पार्टिसिपेंट्स का ख्याल ये है कि सेल्स इज नॉट द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट ओके व्हाट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज that whatever an organization is doing, like producing medicine, it's having a good sales team, it's having a marketing team, वो सबके पीछे ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? जो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर को इवेलुएट किया जाता है कि आपने मार्केट में फास्टर ग्रो करना है, आपने कंपटीशन से फास्ट ग्रो करना है, आपने इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट लानी है ताकि सेल करें, तो ये सब कुछ सेल के लिए तो हो रहा होता है. सेल इज वेरी मच द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर एज वेल. और अगर आपकी स्ट्रेटजी के नतीजे में सेल नहीं बढ़ रही तो या तो स्ट्रेटजी में गैप है या उसकी कम्युनिकेशन टू फोर्स में गैप है, प्रॉपर्ली ट्रेन नहीं हुए, उसको एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर सकते, कहीं ना कहीं आपको उसमें बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन करनी पड़ती है. तो यूजुअली 30 to 50% टाइम एक प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर फील्ड में गुजारता है. समझें कि अगर 4 वीक का एक महीना है तो उसमें एक वीक में ऑफिस में होता है, सेकेंड वीक में वो पाकिस्तान के किसी न किसी एक शहर में ट्रैवल करता है. इस तरह से अगर वो 12 माह ट्रैवल करता है तो वो हार्डली 12 शहरों को विजिट कर पाता है. उससे बेनिफिट ये होता है कि आप जियोग्राफिकली भी देख लेते हैं कि किस एरिया में तो मैं पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट प्रमोट कर रहा हूँ, मार्केट ज़्यादा है, वो इंडिकेशन ज़्यादा रिपोर्ट है या वहाँ पे हमारी फील्ड बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्टिवली इसको कर रही है. दे आर मोर ट्रेन्ड एंड दे आर मोर विजिलेंट. और अगेन जो थर्ड वीक है, like first week you are at office, second week you are in field, third week you are again in office, and fourth week you are maybe again in the. Some people again travel out of the hometown. If your hometown is Islamabad, Lahore, or Karachi, as a brand manager, हम भी are based हैं. And some people visit or spend that 1 week in the local town because there they also need to know कि नाक किन को क्या हो रहा है. वहाँ पे कैसी. It's about, again, I shared with you, 30 to 50% time of product manager is spent in the field. कुछ लोग इसमें कहते हैं हम जाके चेक करते हैं. They have a line management system in sales. Like they have direct sales person, representative, and they have area manager, they have sales manager, they have marketing manager, they have national sales manager. So for checking them and to force them on selling skill, you are there to see that is your Is your strategy being executed properly? Were they trained or they were not trained on that? Were they trained and they are not giving it importance, or they are executing the strategy marvelously but it's not working, and you need to change something in that. Your main objective is this when you go on the field. Beside this, you also should have a group of customers throughout Pakistan or in your operating area where they should have direct relations. They are usually friends or they are usually key accounts which will help you a lot in your new launches, which will help you a lot in getting that feedback. And it's also your responsibility to convince such key account for that. So you have to go on the ground level in the field. Next, please. Next, please. Please go to the next slide. So now for the rest of the time, we will focus on how to become a brand manager. अच्छा, अभी मैंने थोड़ा सा आपको ब्रीफ किया कि ब्रांड मैनेजर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज क्या है, उसको क्या क्या चीजें आनी चाहिए, उसको अपना बिहेवियर कैसा रखना चाहिए, क्या क्या टास्क होते हैं, उनको करने होते हैं. अगेन जो ब्रांड मैनेजर का बेसिक टास्क है ब्रांड प्लान बनाना, इसमें सारा डाटा एनालिसिस, स्प्रेडशीट, तमाम चीजें आएंगी. मैंने आपसे जैसे शेड्यूल में शेयर किया था वो हम बात करेंगे. तो लेकिन ये है कि अब आपको अगर ब्रांड मैनेजर बनना है तो इसलिए अब करेंटली आप क्या स्टेप, यानी आज से आपको क्या स्टेप लेने हैं ताकि आप कहीं पे मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग या प्रोडक्ट. ओके, सबसे यानी कि जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है वो ये कि आपके लिए गुड लक ये है, वो लोग जो ब्रांड मैनेजर बनना चाहते हैं, कि इन करंट एरा ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट की इम्पोर्टेंस लोगों को अंदाजा होती है. और अब इवन के जो इंडस्ट्री रिलेटेड इंडस्ट्री जो ब्रांड मैनेजर नहीं रखती, मिसाल के तौर पर लेबोरेटरीज में आई डेंट सी कि दे हैव ब्रांड मैनेजर क्लास, बट नाउ लेबोरेटरीज आर हैविंग brand managers. The hospitals are having brand managers to brand their hospital, to brand their service. And pharmaceutical industry, of course, is having brand managers, more number of brand managers. So the opportunities are increasing, but don't focus yourself only to pharmaceutical. You may go into pharmaceutical, you may go into surgical instrument industry, you may go into medical devices. They also need brand managers. You may join a hospital as a brand manager. Their hospital is using this brand name. You may join a chain of labs like Supply Lab. There is a Han Laboratory. There's Lokas Han Laboratory. These laboratories are operating on large scale and now like they have brand. So you are having more opportunities in this part. Again, if you have done your PharmD, then apply to a college or university where you can do your MBA. This is very important, especially because I see a lot of ads which are saying that PharmD plus MBA is required for you, which means if you have not done MBA or you are not even enrolled, then probably then it will probably be. I have read your question. I'll answer it. So you need to get admission in MBA for that. When deciding which colleges to submit to keep important factors, like if you are already having a job and you are doing MBA on weekend, or you are taking evening classes, then you have to have an idea कि कितना करीब है आपके जॉब ताकि आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते. अगर आप स्टूडेंट हैं और अपनी या आपने रिसेंटली कोई जॉब एज इंटर्नशिप के तौर पे या मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग के तौर पे कर ली है, या आप करंटली और डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर रहे हैं, सेल्स में, क्यूए में, ड्यूटी में, और साथ साथ एमबीए करना चाहते हैं, एंड यू आर स्पॉन्सरिंग योरसेल्फ, तो उसमें फाइनेंशियल इवैल्यूएशन की हिस्सेदारी. Okay, you should participate in clubs and events centered around the market. In your university, especially when you will be doing MBA, then there are different platforms which give you an opportunity to get connected with the industry. Even nowadays, I've seen that you must have also seen on LinkedIn that different pharmaceutical companies are doing job fair in university. They want to approach those bright students before their graduation for currently in university. And then there are different projects which help the pharmaceutical industry to identify talent. I won't name any university because you know that like if you will ask according to rating, I guess you students know more than me that comes IBA, IOBM, ITRA, Zabest, and maybe I don't know many names in other cities. These are rated according to their marks or their impression or image. But for you, it's not important to, if you get admission in a good university, it's close to your home and you can afford that state. Otherwise, after looking at your own condition, try to take admission in MBA and focus on studies, irrespective of how that is organized. If you focus more, because once you have MBA, it's written in the job ad that you should have PharmD plus MBA. After that, when you will sit there, they will evaluate you according to your skill. Your university or college name will be there maybe only for first 30 seconds. Okay, from where you did your MBA, you will share the name of. Rest of 29 minutes of your interview or rest of 59 minutes of your interview will be more on that how much have you learned there and how much groomed you are. Also, network like-minded people in your university, in your MBA classes, even if you're working in QA, QC or some other department in your company, like who are like-minded, who want to go into marketing or currently in marketing, help you catch many things which will be useful for you in the interview and likewise after joining. And you should also attend such seminars where marketing is being discussed or marketing is being presented. You can have question answer session, you can have one-to-one session. Like I really appreciate those of you who have joined the session with me. I'm trying to help those people who are currently like fresh graduate or MBA graduate and they want to enter into this. I'm trying to help them with free sessions, with complete course, with individual one-to-one sessions. So likewise, there are many people like me who can guide you and guide better than me. Okay, I guess most of you are PharmD or MSc biochemistry or having those basic education which is required to enter into pharma industry. But it's a general comment that should have PharmD degree, you should have a good science degree. So you should add MBA with that, so that will help you get into marketing. And then there are different companies which do mention this in the record earlier with you तो MBA लिख लेते बेहतर है कि आप MBA में कम से कम enrolled जरूर हो ताकि उनको एक feeling आए कि yes, you're interested in marketing and you will do it. Okay, to have the best chance possible, get a degree, brand management or related field, hospital management में, brand management में, marketing में, इन major के साथ अपना है. आजकल जो है वो health management, pharmaceutical marketing नहीं बता specific subject के साथ यूनिवर्सिटी में हो रहा है. बट वो आपका मरीज इंटरेस्ट को करता है pharmaceutical marketing. Okay, then again, like until you get a job, try to keep on improving your education because if even somebody has mentioned the minimum requirement, let's consider only MBA are required. But a pharmaceutical company which currently needs MBA candidate, MBA with PharmD, MBA with MPhil will definitely get one more advantage than other parts. So just considering that minimum, I'm meeting the minimum requirement for entering into industry is not enough. You may have to further improve your education as well as that. The second thing, it helps you later on when you like go further or kind of salary you get, that also helps you. Okay, so you must have observed that when I was explaining pharmaceutical industry to you, so I was telling you in more detail because that is something about which you have heard but you have not entered there yet. But these are the areas which are related to your education or which are related to prerequisites of your entering into company. You must have come across many points of these. So there may be some new points, there may be some points which are not new for you. So you should look for the job openings when you are ready to pursue a full-time career in brand management. Then up LinkedIn पे rosie.com, whichever platform are available, वहाँ पे आप job search पे alerts लगाइए और apply भी कीजिए. Okay. In most cases, the position title will not be simply brand manager, but something more specific like brand manager and communication manager or management training in the market. For the best results, look at the listings on specific websites like LinkedIn and use specific job alerts. Okay, आपको brand manager, marketing, इस तरह के 4-5-6 आप brand alerts लगा ले, management training, internship. तो ये तमाम आपको हेल्प करेंगे, बेहतर आपको जॉब ऑफर्स शेयर कर सकते हैं आप। ओके, अप्लाइंग फॉर ब्रांड मैनेजर। अब उसमें आपको पहली, मतलब जब आपने ये यू आर रेडी फॉर दैट एंड आपने अपने अलर्ट्स भी लगा लिए और आपको आपने देखा कि कोई जॉब एड आया कि वी आर लुकिंग फॉर entrance in marketing and sales, or we are looking for management trainee in marketing and sales. तो अब आपको अगला स्टेप क्या है कि आपको एक अपना अच्छा सा रेज्यूमे। तो रेज्यूमे बनाने के वैसे तो आपने बहुत से तरीके देखे होंगे, आप टेम्पलेट्स भी यूज कर सकते हैं, कोई हर्ज नहीं है टेम्पलेट करने में, लेकिन try to keep it simple and perfect for brand manager, and you will at least get some templates when you will put this on internet, that covering letter for any particular job, then you will see a lot of templates are there, or maybe some sample letter could be there. You will see that how briefly you can tell about yourself, that I have heard about your company. I really appreciate that this company is not only doing research but manufacturing quality medicine and also contributing as a socially responsible company. It has done several health and education related projects. Then let me brief about myself, that you have mentioned these particular skills or this kind of personality. Though not completely, but I feel that these factors of my personality, my qualification, or my expertise can help the organization achieve the objective by hiring, which they are planning by hiring. So this is just an example of how you can correlate things which are given in the ad, mentioned in the website, and like the overall feedback you take about. So you should tell little about yourself and also mention the reference that how you would be beneficial. Okay. As I mentioned in the last point, that what change you can bring for the company using your skills or qualification. Next point. Okay. Once like you receive an email that you received your resume and now the following documents need to be submitted, or these documents need to be submitted with your resume, or like in any case, what you have to do, double check your forms before applying for it. If you are sending a cover letter, if you are sending a resume, if you are sending any other document, double check, because spelling mistakes, font changes, sometimes like the CV is not properly organized, or its formatting is not, like when you receive the CV on email and you send a print, it gets printed on 7 pages, and on each page only one or two sentences are written because formatting was not. It's always preferable to send your PDF format, because in Word things may get edited and you don't get notice of it. So make a good CV on Word, then save it on PDF, and each time when you have to bring any change, bring that change in your CV, again save it on PDF, and then send it to the employer. Again, you can read from the points as well, that you have to form through your paperwork, and then the spelling, grammar, if there's any mistake. It always put a bad impression if there's a grammatical mistake, or if there's like error in spelling of any particular word. Okay, if the employer is interested, expect them to contact you requesting for follow-up interview. If you don't hear back, stay calm and keep submitting. हाँ, ये एक अब रिसेंटली जो लोग मुझसे लिंक्डइन पे कनेक्टेड हैं, आपको भी यंगस्टर हैं और गाइडेंस के लिए रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, उनकी ये वाली बात स्लाइड कर गई। ओके, तो उनकी तरफ से ये वाली बात काफी दफा आती है कि सर आई हैव अप्लाइड इन सो मेनी कंपनीज बट डिडंट गेट एनी रिस्पॉन्स. So you should always you should always keep in mind that there are hundred of people applying, and still management training and internship jobs are not that frequently available. So maybe in this case, the other person had some quality or some feature or some skill better than you, or maybe something in his or her qualification. So don't get panicked, don't get disappointed, don't get frustrated. Keep applying and keep. Okay, then when your CV gets hooked and you get involved that on that particular day you have come for an interview, then on that day, just dress nicely for your job interview and prepare yourself for future. Don't just you definitely ask other people कि आमतौर पे कैसे सवाल पूछे जाते हैं. उन सवालात के अलावा भी बहुत से सवालात की तैयारी करनी चाहिए और ये आपकी हेल्प होगी रीडिंग में. Do read different books on marketing. I recently suggested that if you have like if you have not taken admission in MBA, at least start just by this principles of marketing by Flipkart. Start there. You may we will also discuss some of the points from this book which I'm going to name now. 22 immutable laws of branding, 22 immutable laws of marketing. Then if you are already experienced, then you can go for the book Good to Great. So these will help you understand. They compare different theories, they compare different opinions, and they also try to create their own opinion in your mind. So these things help you, like when you give references of marketing books in your discussion. Like it's not me, I'm not a authority. I just read Philip Kotler saying so. I just read Kuhn saying so. I'm just uh, read it in an article or on a website. So just tell that you are interested and you study things to you evaluate. Okay, so your dream job can be on the other side of a good interview. So prepare well, dress well. Your business formal. Again, business formal in our country is usually specific for male associate. They come in business formal, properly good, two-piece suit, and it's not only the dress. Like you should have a good sticky dressing. You should have good suit. You should take care that you should wear usually the common suit colors in Pakistan which male wear is navy blue, brown, black. If you're using whichever color you're using, use matching top. And other than brown, the shoe color should also be black. Your bed color should be same as your shoes. Your nails should be trimmed. Your hair should be trimmed. Uh, mm, then you're female. Then again, the normal formal dressing. Our society is a bit different than our like females. We are nearly in certain cases they nearly the same dressing. We are in their college, your home, but still it differs. Like you don't have to wear the best suit. वो जो लास्ट कजन की मंगनी का बेस्ट सूट था वो इंटरव्यू में पहना जाए जरक बरक वाला वो लाजमी नहीं है. You should have some objective, proper dressing, well groomed, well formed hair, everything. So you should look professional. Your appearance should also tell that you're a serious. जो कॉमन क्वेश्चंस हैं जो आपको पता ही पूछे जाते हैं, अपनी 3 स्ट्रेंथ्स बताएं, अपनी 3 वीकनेसेस बताएं, अगले 5 साल में अपने आप को कहाँ देख रहे हैं और व्हाई यू वांट टू वर्क विद अस, व्हाई स्पेसिफिकली दिस कंपनी. इसमें इंटरव्यूअर टू इंटरव्यूअर वेरी करता है. बॉडी लैंग्वेज उसको देखते हुए बता सकते हैं. बट आर योर वीकनेसेस, इसलिए आमतौर पर यही कहा जाता है कि आपको एरिया ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट जिस पे आप ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हो, नो योर एरिया दैट कैन कम्युनिकेशन, that can be anything. तो उस पर आप कुछ ना कुछ काम करें. Like it can be temper. I was short temper, but I'm working on it now. I was having issues with consistency and repetitive. It gets long. So now I have improved, and the example is that I completed 2-3 tasks which were started maybe a year back. So you should come up with something which is your area of improvement and you're already working on. It's like why you want to work with us. So you don't have to say you are the only Pakistani company which is working ethically and is ultimately मतलब थोड़ा सा हमने जो है वो एप्पल पॉलिशिंग करने कभी कभी कर लेने में कोई हर्ज भी नहीं है, बट थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस. You are among top companies which are manufacturing quality medication and which is also helping its employees to and grow, and which is spending on the training of employees. Like you can count them among those companies. And again, their vision, their things which they have posted on their website. If you have visited that effectively, then you will be mentioning more practices. Okay, once you get a job of management training, internship, or assistant product manager, your primary focus should be on cultivating a positive image of them. You must have seen a lot of people who join a company and then they backbite. We should never backbite, but specifically for in professional industry, you never know who is your friend and who is your enemy. And the people like the company where they're working, they are always saying bad about it. Meal का problem है, chicken drop का problem है, AC का problem है, boss का problem. So instead of problem, send or share good things of your company. There are cases when people were always saying bad about the company. They got a position like around them, or they got promoted and they wanted someone to replace them. And when they offered the position, तो उन्होंने कहा यार तुम खुद तो बैठ के इतनी बुराइयां करते रहते थे, मैं वो कंपनी कैसे ज्वाइन करूँ, तुम्हारा ग्रुप ज्वाइन करूँ, मैं तो बड़े आराम से यहाँ काम कर रहा हूँ, मैं तो अपसेट हो जाऊँ. So that's why always speak good about the company. एरिया इंप्रूवमेंट बताने के लिए अगर आपके यहाँ कल्चर ओपन है तो टू टेल दिस टू योर बॉस, और उस कल्चर में जो बेहतरी आप ला सकते हैं वो कल्चर जरूर लेकर आए. आपके जो अपने गोल्स हैं वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की गोल से जितने ज्यादा मैच होंगे उतना ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और आप साथ ग्रो करेंगे, आप साथ तरक्की करेंगे. और इट मीन्स कि जो आपकी ब्रांड है, जो आपको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी में दी गई है, वो तो आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, और जो कंपनी खुद एक ब्रांड है उसको प्रमोट करने में अपना रोल जहाँ तक वो भी जरूर. अगेन जो आप एक तो यानी कि वो एरियाज हैं जहाँ आपको अपनी वैल्यू ऐड करनी है, बट कुछ चीजें ऐसी हैं जहाँ पे रिस्क इस बात का होता है कि बजाय इसके कि आप कुछ अच्छा कर पाए, उसके नतीजे में या उन एक्शन के नतीजे में कुछ बुरा भी. तो ऐसा रिस्की एरिया हो जहाँ पे हमें ये हो कि यार ये अप्रिशिएट भी की जा सकती है, लेकिन इस पे बहुत ज्यादा क्रिटिसाइज भी हो सकता है, ये नेगेटिव भी जा सकती है. ऐसे काम को अनटिल के सब लोगों से डिस्कस ना कर लिया जाए, उसके प्रॉस एंड कॉन्स ना दिख हैं, वो नहीं कर. लेट्स कंसिडर कि आपने बहुत अच्छी कैंपेन बनाई अपने लिहाज से और आपने सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट कर दी और डॉक्टर्स के कमेंट आने लग गए कि हाउ कैन यू पोस्ट ऑन सोशल मीडिया, हाउ कैन यू गाइड द पेशेंट डायरेक्ट. वो आपने काम तो अच्छा किया लेकिन गलत फॉरम पे कर दिया, कोर्ट के खिलाफ वर्जी कर दी, तो बैड नेम आ गया. फिर आपने ऐसी पिक्चर शेयर कर दी अपने किसी इवेंट की जिसके बैकग्राउंड में कुछ ऐसा आ गया जो नहीं आना चाहिए था. तो ऐसे जरूर ख्याल रखिए कि कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि पॉजिटिव तो जितना अच्छा हो सके लेकिन कोई नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट ना क्रिएट हो जाए. तो आप जो लीक में फ्लैश ना हो वजह से आपके पेशेंट्स की कॉल ना आ जाए, पेशेंट में फियर क्रिएट ना हो जाए, कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट ना हो जाए कि पहले इस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में ये कहा था, अब इस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में ये. या इन सर्टेन केसेस जैसे वन ऑफ द पार्टिसिपेंट वाज आस्किंग, I'm sorry, the ID was with X. I couldn't read the name exactly. Thank you very much. You put some very good questions on the screen. कि कोई लीगल एक्शन ले लाइक आपने ये IFTMA कोड या जो ड्रैफ्ट रेगुलेशन उसके अगेंस्ट आपने ये ब्रांड किया है, it can cause a legal problem for them. So you have to adapt these things which are mentioned above and avoid these things which are mentioned. Okay, find ways to boost brand awareness. Collaborate with other departments. Okay, ब्रांड आपको जो असाइन किया गया है वो भी, और आपको जो ब्रांड लाइक आमतौर पर समटाइम कहा जाता है कि यार सही काम करो, तुम ना जाके जरा कमर्शियल डिपार्टमेंट जाकर ये बात कराओ कि स्टॉक, एंड द न्यू ज्वाइनर और इंटरनी जानता है या जानती है कैसे बात करो, कोई इशू नहीं होगा. ऑलवेज टेक इनिशिएटिव. Because when you will collaborate with other departments, so it will create a feedback about that you are very open, you are very helpful, your communication is good, you are good in making relations in the industry. So always collaborate with others. This will help you in your work, and this will also help you make your own brand. Okay, ways to shine positive public attention on the brand. Like if you have joined as a management trainee or internee, but still you can give good suggestions to the brand manager which can help. So always keep on thinking on that. When you're going home or you're going to a hospital and observing any campaign by some other company, think on like how you can do what you can do for your product. And if you don't have the authority to really do that, bring that suggestion in the knowledge of your colleague, so they can do it and they will start appreciating that you always come up with good ideas. Maybe they further refine it and take the credit, but even then, don't stop giving good ideas. And then the traditional method that whatever routine is being practiced, you have to make it research, you have to make retailing folders on time, you have to keep updating the digital media, keep sending the samples and everything. Yes. So try to shift yourself. Okay, like interdepartmental, you should have good relations, or wherever you are being sent, try to make an impression. Then within your department, always be a very active member, new, energetic, and active member. This should be comment about you. बिकॉज उसकी वजह ये है कि जो ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट के बहुत से क्रिएटिव एलिमेंट्स हैं, उसमें आपको अगर आप लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करते रहते हो, क्योंकि वहाँ पे और भी ब्रांड मैनेजर हैं, क्रिएटिव माइंड हैं, कई दफ़ा मिल मिला के एक बहुत सारा ऐसा आइडिया आ जाता है, तो कोई एक आइडिया की बिगिनिंग मिल जाती है जिसको आप आगे लिख सकते हैं। तो प्ले वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल जहाँ प्लानिंग हो रही है, डिसीजन लिए जा रहे हैं डे टू डे केस में, वैसे जहाँ आपसे पूछा जाए वहाँ जरूर सजेशन में। लेकिन जब ना भी पूछा जा रहा हो तो सोचते जरूर रहें कि अगर मुझसे पूछा गया तो मैं क्या कहूँगा या मैं क्या कहूँगी, ताकि आपका जो ब्रेन सेल्स हैं, जो ग्रे मैटर ऑफ द ब्रेन है, वो हर वक्त एक्टिव रहे। और अगर आपसे पूछा जाए तो आप अचानक मतलब सरप्राइज ना हो जाए। जब आप सुन रहे हैं और आइडियाज आपके ब्रेन में घूम रहे हैं, तो ये आपकी क्रिएटिविटी को भी हेल्प करेंगे। And they will also be happy कि whenever I ask this girl or this wife for suggestion, he or she comes up with the mind. And if it's good idea, then ultimately then जो आपकी फील्ड फोर्स है उससे कम्युनिकेशन, whenever you get a chance to communicate with them with respect. Some people feel, or even I have seen some people who don't want to manage it. बहुत बड़ा मुश्किल काम है, तो करना पड़ता है डॉक्टर बाहर बैठा के, because they are facing this like weather conditions and challenging situations of field. That's why we are getting jobs at the office, or we are doing our job, or we are achieving. They are very important people, and the only thing they want is respect and understanding. You should understand about the finances whenever you are making a campaign. It should be not like प्रोडक्ट की सेल के बराबर की अगर कोई कैंपेन बन गई तो जितनी भी क्रिएटिव हो तभी। दूसरा, समटाइम ऐसा होता है कि देयर इज अ मार्केट ऑफ 6 बिलियन, द टॉप ब्रांड इज सेलिंग 1 बिलियन अ ईयर एंड योर प्रोडक्ट इज 20 मिलियन। आप देखकर आते हैं कि नहीं, ये वो 1 बिलियन की प्रोडक्ट ये काम कर रही है, एट अ वैल्यू ऑफ 20 मिलियन मे बी फाइनेंशियली वो आपका क्रिएटिव आइडिया जरूर हो, बट कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव भी हो, और आपकी जो प्रमोशनल अप्रूव बजट है। As mentioned in last line, that you should always keep thinking in discussion में जहाँ आपको इन्वॉल्व किया गया है लेकिन कुछ नहीं दी जा रहा, अगर आपको कुछ बताना हो हैंड रेज करें, आपसे राय पूछी जाए अपनी राय दीजिए, और पूछा जाए तो आपका थिंकिंग माइंड जरूर पहले से कुछ तरीके से देखिए। जो आपकी वेंडर्स हैं, डिफरेंट सप्लायर्स हैं, जो डिजाइन लेकर आते हैं, कैंपेन लेकर आते हैं, उनके साथ भी आपकी कम्युनिकेशन और होनी चाहिए, हेल्प यू टू क्रिएट एन इमेज इन द इंडस्ट्री एंड ऑल्सो हेल्प यू or maybe a government. ओके, गेनिंग एक्सपीरियंस। अच्छा, ये अब कई लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि सर वो उसमें लिखा होता है कि आप ना कम से कम 1 ईयर का एक्सपीरियंस हो, या 2 ईयर का एक्सपीरियंस हो, या 3 ईयर का एक्सपीरियंस हो। अब मैं तो 3 साल से मैंने कोई जॉब, अब यकीन कीजिए, आई हैव इंटरव्यूड पीपल हु हैव डन फार्मडी एंड हु हैव डन एमबीए एंड दे हैव डन नो जॉब इन मार्केट। आई आस्क्ड व्हाई वर यू सिटिंग, जैसे ओके नहीं, मैं ट्यूशन पढ़ा रहा था या मैं ट्यूशन पढ़ा रही थी, मैं पुरानी ये करता रहा था। तो भाई, जो आपने एजुकेशन ली है, जो आप बता रहे हैं मेरा पैशन है ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट, उसमें क्या है? नहीं, तो उसमें तो कोई जॉब मिलेगी तो करेंगे ना। फिलहाल तो मैंने ट्यूशन पढ़ा ली, मैंने स्कूल में पढ़ा लिया, एक्स वाई जेड। तो आज मैं आपको वो फार्मूला बताने जा रहा हूँ जिससे अगर आप अमल करें तो यू कैन गेन एक्सपीरियंस विदाउट बीइंग टायर्ड। ओके, फर्स्ट थिंग, एक्सपीरियंस विद नो एक्सपीरियंस में यू कैन डू डिफरेंट कोर्स, like you are attending this training, you can attend other courses, advanced courses, uh, you can attend different meetings, you can different workshops. So this will help you tell that this person was at least doing something in marketing and was engaged. Okay, what you can do is that you can make your job application more appealing. अपनी जॉब एप्लीकेशन को अपीलिंग कैसे बना सकते हैं? एक्सपीरियंस तो आपको मिल नहीं रहा, तो एक्सपीरियंस आप कैसे ले सकते हैं? एक्सेस टू एडिशनल रिसोर्सेज इंटरनेट। ठीक है, कि आप इस दौरान लिंक्डइन पे एक्टिव रहे, कोई आर्टिकल लिख दिया, कोई कमेंट्स लिख दिए, कहीं किसी ने कोई अच्छी पोस्ट की, कोई अच्छी ब्रांडिंग आई, उस पे अपनी राय दे दी, कहीं कोई इशू डिस्कस हो रहा है और सोल्यूशन पूछे गए हैं तो आपने सोल्यूशन शेयर कर दिया। अच्छा, अभी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड आपको बताएगी कि आप जो अप्लाई करते हैं मार्केटिंग और ब्रांड के लिए, सम बिजनेसेस ओनली एक्सेप्ट एप्लीकेशंस हु हैव फील्ड स्पेसिफिक इंटरव्यू। तो कोशिश करें कि आप जब इंटर्नशिप के लिए जाएं, बाद में कहते हैं कि सर वो किसी में जगह मिली थी तो नहीं करी है। कोशिश करें कि ठीक है, बट इन द मीन वाइल अगर आपको मार्केटिंग में मिले तो ज़्यादा बेहतर, कि ताकि पता चले कि आपका पैशन है इस सेगमेंट में काम करने का, और आप रियल वर्ल्ड सिनेरियो से कम से कम कुछ हद तक आ गए हैं, उस डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर चुके हैं, यहाँ पे लोगों को काम करते हुए देखा है कि प्रोजेक्ट का पार्ट। इसी तरह से स्पेसिफिक कंपनीज को आप अपने टारगेट कर सकते हैं लिंक्डइन में, जहाँ पे करवाई जाती हैं और वहाँ पे नेटवर्किंग करते हैं। ओके, अनदर थिंग दैट फॉर एग्जांपल आप समझते हैं कि नहीं, मैंने क्योंकि एमफिल किया हुआ है या फार्मडी प्लस एमबीए किया हुआ है, तो मैं एपीएम से नीचे की पोजीशन पर जाऊंगा। आई गेस इनिशियली तब आपका आपका एक्सपीरियंस होने लग जाए, लोग आपका काम देखते हैं और हो सकता है कि आप मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग ज्वाइन करें और 6 मंथ बाद सेम कंपनी आपको एपीएम हायर करें। फिर जब आपका 6 मंथ का मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग का एक्सपीरियंस हो जाए तो अदर कंपनी में हायर यू एज एपीएम। तो अगर आपने कोई ऐसा सोचा हुआ है कि मैं इससे कम पोजीशन पे नहीं जाऊंगा या मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग मार्केटिंग इस पे बिल्कुल हट पोजीशन पे नहीं जाऊंगा, तो आप अपने आप को ओपन करें। ऑफन कंपनी रिक्वायर 2 to 4 ईयर एक्सपीरियंस फॉर प्रोडक्ट। तो इससे पहले वो 2 to 4 ईयर्स कुछ और करेंगे मार्केटिंग से रिलेटेड, तो ही आपको वो 2 से 4 साल का एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा। तो उसका बेहतरीन तरीका क्या है कि आप इंटरल लेवल यानी कई जगहों पर मार्केटिंग असिस्टेंट्स, मार्केटिंग ऑफिसर्स, ये वो पोजीशन है जहाँ पे वो मार्केटिंग को असिस्ट कर रहे होते हैं बट साथ साथ लर्न भी कर रहे होते हैं। कोऑर्डिनेटर्स होते हैं, मीडिया मैनेजर्स होते हैं। और देन सेल्स में, like if you have couple of year sales experience, then you can say कि like I joined sales to have an idea कि tomorrow when I will make strategy, they will be more practical because I know कि sales में काम कैसे होता है। Okay, next. अच्छा, एक और बड़ा एक ये समझिए कि इस कोर्स को जब मैं प्लान कर रहा था उस दौरान ही मेरे पास ये आइडिया आया, क्योंकि मैं कुछ कम से कम 2 ऐसे इदारे हैं जिनके लिए वॉलंटियर अब भी काम करता हूँ। एक तो मेंटली डिसेबल्ड बच्चों का इदारा है और एक चैरिटेबल हेल्थ इंस्टीट्यूट है। ये जब मैं वहाँ गया तो मुझे एहसास हुआ कि लाइक जो मेंटली डिसेबल्ड बच्चे थे, आई मेड अ कैंपेन विद देम। साथ में एक सोशल मार्केटिंग, आगे हम जाके पढ़ेंगे उसको, सोशल मार्केटिंग या सोसाइटल मार्केटिंग कहते हैं, जिसमें हम सोसाइटी के लिए कुछ करते हैं और साथ में मार्केटिंग भी कर रहे होते हैं। जैसा कि अगर आप ये सर्फ एक्सेल खरीदेंगे तो हर पैक के बिकने पे 5 रुपीज ये ऑर्फन हाउस में दिए। तो इस किस्म की कोई कैंपेन जिससे सोशली कोई बेनिफिट मिलता है या ईवीएम कॉर्पोरेट की। तो आई व्हाट आई डिड फॉर देम कि व्हेनेवर यू विल हैव एनी इवेंट, जो उसमें मार्केटिंग है, ब्रांडिंग है, इवेंट प्लानिंग है, आई विल हेल्प यू। एंड रिसेंटली अगेन आई वेंट टू एन इंस्टीट्यूशन व्हिच इज अ चैरिटेबल इंस्टीट्यूट। दे सेड ओके, आई वाज देयर फॉर बिजनेस बट दे सेड वी आर हैविंग trouble especially after covid in gathering the, so I said okay, I'll do marketing for you, I'll train your team, I'll train your sales team. Like these are the things which I am doing as a volunteer just for Sawab for my after. But for right now, if you join any such organization which is lacking a brand manager because they cannot afford, you can join someone in your family which is having a like small business and they cannot have a brand manager. In your family, in your friends, in your neighbors, and charitable institute. This will tell what that you did not waste your time. आपने कोई एक इदारा ज्वाइन किया, वहां से आपको कुछ सैलरी नहीं मिल रही थी या बहुत नॉमिनल से पैसे मिल रहे थे, बट एज ए वॉलंटियर आपने उनकी ब्रांडिंग तो कुछ बहुत अच्छी कैंपेन बन गई जिससे उस इदारे को फायदा हुआ। तो आपको बताने के लिए क्या होगा कि आई वॉज नॉट आइडल, आई वॉज वर्किंग इन मार्केटिंग विद दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आई मेड दीज कैंपेन्स फॉर देम and I can share with you that what success I got. So you'll have number to share with them. So what you can do, you can join a small business like within your family who cannot afford. You can start going there, start designing campaigns for them. You can join a charitable organization, a small organization which cannot afford brand manager, which would think that brand manager is that content. You can start working, and maybe that experience will help you a lot in your interview. And this will also help you do the networking. A lot of people visit those charitable organizations, right? A lot of advertising agencies are in contact with those areas. So again, have relations from there that will lead to your job. And then above all, you will get it. So this was today's session. I'm sorry there were a couple of breaks and I took little higher time than much higher time than I was planning. The reason is that, as I shared with you, that the objective of doing all this exercise is not just to like one of the objective is to make my own training institute, and I want to be a professional trainer. But the other objective is to help. So with this, I'm sorry, at some time takes more time. So now we are closing our today's session here. As per agenda which I shared earlier, I will be continuing our second session. The recording of this session will not be available on YouTube for everyone. It will be only available for the registered participants, of course. If you have any question with reference to this presentation, which you think that should be shared in WhatsApp group and its answer will benefit all, so you can put it in this registered product manager group. If you think that that question you want to have a separate individual answer, then you can write to me in WhatsApp directly. Thank you very much, everyone. Inshallah, wish you good luck. I hope that today, after today's session, you will review your resume again and you will have your updates on LinkedIn, and you will be applying your filters there. You will be applying your job alerts there, and you will be reviewing your CV as well. Do read a good book in this 1 week, and that you can share your experience with me and other aspects. Thank you very much. If there are 3 positions for internship and there are 15 people who are there for the interview, so definitely that is the area where your skills or your ability to be a better person, a better support person in the marketing will help you. Please, next question. Please raise your hands.
अस्सलाम सर, मेरा सवाल था आपसे। सर, मैंने एमएससी केमिस्ट्री किया हुआ है और मेरा जो है वो तकरीबन 3 इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस है क्वालिटी कंट्रोल लेबोरेटरी में। तो मैं अपना करियर स्विच करना चाह रहा था सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग में, तो ये या केमिस्ट्री जो है वो एलिजिबल हो सकते हैं, और अगर मुझे अपना करियर स्विच करना है सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग की तरफ, क्योंकि मैं समझता हूँ कि मैं आगे एमबीए भी करूँगा मार्केटिंग में और मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स और कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स मच बेटर हैं एज कम्पेयर टू कि मैं क्यूसी में ही काम करूँ, क्योंकि वो तो इंट्रोवर्ट काम है और सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग ज़्यादातर एक्सट्रोवर्ट लोग करते हैं। तो आप मुझे प्लीज़ इसमें गाइड कर दें।
Okay. The thing is that sales and marketing, it looks very good because the people who are in sales and marketing, they are usually very spiffy dressing and they are conducting meetings in the hotels. They are moving around the world. So ultimately, this is definitely the attractive part of it. But at the same time, sales and marketing people are doing very hard work, specifically the sales people. They work in the field, they visit doctors, they visit hospitals, and they work in the morning from 9 to 2, 3 p.m. And then in the evening, they work from 7 to 11 p.m. because this is the time when doctors are practicing. And their basic job is to visit the doctor and promote the company medicine. So I guess with this qualification, it is very easy for you to get into sales. Until you take admission in MBA, you can start working in sales. This will give you 2 advantages. The first thing is that you will be part of a good company. And ultimately, when you will complete your MBA, so there are good chances that you can join marketing of the same company because they will be they would have witnessed your performance, your eagerness in that 1 or 2 years when you are doing MBA and in the meanwhile you are doing sales. So it's very easy to enter through sales. Once, like, if you're interested, you can share your CV with me, and I can share it with different people who are in pharmaceutical. You'll be called for an interview, and you can get yourself prepared for an interview by yourself, or you can attend the training session. That will help you a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next question. Please raise your hands. Friends who want to ask a question. Okay. So. Okay, now
सर,
let
ये
me
जो
ask
आपका संडे से सेशन स्टार्ट होगा उसका लिंक कहाँ पर आएगा?
उसका लिंक लिंक्डइन पे भी मौजूद है, ग्रुप में भी मौजूद है। अभी इस प्रेजेंटेशन के बाद मैं दोबारा भी शेयर कर दूंगा। देखिए, हमने 2 प्रेजेंटेशन सेशन किए थे जिसमें एक सरसरी सा हमने एक जायजा दिया था कि कैसे सेल्स और मार्केटिंग काम करती है, और एक फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट ने एमबीए किया है और ही हैज डन फार्मेसी एंड ही वांट टू ज्वाइन मार्केटिंग, व्हाट प्रिपरेशंस ही और शी नीड्स टू डू. And then I have a planned, there's a planned session of 5 classes in which interview, in which preparations, in which resume, in which brand plan and campaign strategies, these things will be discussed. These are the things which are usually being asked in an interview: data analysis, primary research, secondary research. So this session is starting from Sunday, and I can again share the link in WhatsApp group for registration form. This is a charged session, or very nominal charges. Full course is in 5,000 rupees. Early bird registration was on in 4,500. Those who have registered till yesterday, they have paid 4,500, and till Sunday, those people who are registering for a whole 5 sessions, it is only 5,000 rupees. You can understand that for the presentation and these preparations, we need to do a lot of hard work. So that's why I have put small nominal charges on this. And these are for the whole 5 classes. You can say that you will be paying hardly 1,000 rupees per class. So the link will be posted again. Okay, those who have done internship in, okay, you have a question? Please unmute. Did you unmute? Yes, please. No, it's mute. Okay, you got your answer. So you can lower your hand.
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन और था सर मेरा एक सवाल ये था कि ये जो आप जो ट्रेनिंग करवा रहे हैं ये ऑनलाइन है या ऑन कैंपस भी है
नहीं फिलहाल तो बिकॉज ऑफ पेंडेमिक जो है हम तमाम ट्रेनिंग जो है ऑनलाइन ही कर रहे हैं और अदरवाइज ये है कि हम इसको किसी ऑडिटोरियम या होटल सेटअप में ट्रेनिंग अरेंज करते हैं बट करंटली बिकॉज ऑफ पेंडेमिक मोस्ट ऑफ ट्रेनिंग्स आर ऑनलाइन
तो जूम पे ही होंगी सारी ट्रेनिंग्स
जी जूम पे गूगल क्लासरूम
ठीक है थैंक यू सर
you're welcome. Okay, those fresh graduates who have already done internship and now they want to pursue their career in marketing, please raise your hands. Those who have done internship in any pharmaceutical company. Admin, can you please, the friend who has asked a question, can you please mute him? And yes, dear. Do you have a question? Okay. As I shared with you that industries in pharmaceutical, there are a lot of companies. You have to be active on LinkedIn. I guess Martindale is hiring interns, and I posted their ad 2 days back in the group. So you can register yourself there. They are very actively hiring interns in marketing and other departments. If again you have a question, you can raise hand and then unmute your mic and ask the question. Okay, so none of you has done internship. The thing is that once you complete your education, you should make your aim that which segment I want to go. Let's consider you want to go in sales and marketing. There are a lot of people when they meet me or I interview in the later stages, they tell me that we have done internship in QC or QA or regulatory, and now we want to come. That's very good. That probably you got a chance in those segments when you did your internship. But once you make your focus, try to enter the industry from that. Try to do internship in sales and marketing. And if initially you think that you are not having any chance and there are limited chances of internship in sales and in marketing, you can at least join sales. This this also refers to the first question, that once you join sales, you come across that how this process works, how salespeople make plans, how they visit doctors, what kind of a discussion they do, what kind of challenges they face while visiting the hospitals. There are various hospitals where there are limitations for medical representatives that they can visit only in specific hours. Then what are the challenges they face visiting the consultants? And what are the area of improvements while observing other representatives? You can see what are the area of improvements. This spending a year or two in sales will help you a lot when you will become a product. Because then you will be exactly knowing that the representative for whom you are making the strategy, what he or she is facing in the market, what can help him or her more. And then when you want them to execute your strategies, you will be making it more practical. For example, a lot of people make long strategies. The message is very long, which they have to convey to a doctor. But when you yourself work in the sales, you see that most of the doctors, they hardly give you 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And in those 2 to 3 minutes, you have to present 3, 4, or sometimes 5 products. How can you discuss your strategy in detail? So for that, number one thing is that you have to be very concise in making your strategy. Number two thing is that selling skills are very important for your sales team. If they are well trained, in selling skills, then this helps them gain time from the doctor. Okay, somebody has unmuted the mic. If you have a question, please raise your hand from the command. Like you have to click raise hand on Zoom. That will tell us that your hand is being raised. Use a raise hand command. Zawar. Zawar Fatma, I have already answered to this question that there are various pharmaceutical companies. Internship is a continuous process. Most of the time, internship is for 6 weeks. A couple of days back, I have shared an aid of Martindale Limited. It's a pharmaceutical company which is having 6 plants, 4 plants in Pakistan and 2 plants out of Pakistan. And they have shared their advertisement for interns to get registered and then gradually attend the internship program. So you have to be very active. You can do one thing that on LinkedIn, that there are certain, what they call it, you get reminder. You just can select that these searches whenever there is a post for internship. So you'll get a message on LinkedIn and then you can join there. Yusra, I couldn't read your complete message. Yes, I guess that in your final prof, you can apply for internship in marketing as well. But most of the time, undergraduate PharmD students, they attend most of the time production or sometimes QC or QA for internship. Whereas those who have completed their PharmD, they may enter into marketing. But again, those students are preferred more who have already enrolled in MBA, because that tells that this person is interested towards marketing and he has taken admission in MBA. So on weekend classes, you can do MBA, and on weekdays, you can join sales or marketing department. Again, I told you that if there are limited chances of internship in marketing, you can start with sales. A PharmD graduate is more than welcome in pharmaceutical to join as a representative. Don't think, I know that that's a tough time. You will have to spend time in field, no matter you're a male or female. But this time will not only help you enter into pharma industry, understand that how this works. A person sitting outside can definitely cannot have the idea that how pharmaceutical operates. And a person who is part of the industry or who is part of the pharmaceutical, even in sales, will better understand that what kind of strategies his or her product manager are sending to him or her. And then you can also do networking, like you have a lot of people on LinkedIn. Yes, you can get job, but you see that there is always a starting point. There is always a first step. Like the competition is tough. Let's consider there is a position of assistant. There are 5 candidates. One candidate is just he or she has done PharmD. The other candidate has done PharmD and has enrolled in MBA. The third candidate has completed MBA and has also done PharmD. And the fifth candidate is done PharmD and he or she has done MBA, and he or she has 1 to 2 years sales experience in home. So the performance in interview will come later. But looking at CVs, whom you think looks more suitable for the position of instant product? A person who has done a couple of internships, who has spent 6-month program in marketing department as a management trainee, or even as a marketing officer position, and also have sales experience. So whom do you think will get more? Who will get more chances to get selected? Definitely a person which is already having some experience, who has some know-how of pharma industry. And in last presentation, I gave this example for those who are new. I would like to repeat this example. Like if you have to hire, again, just take this example as a comparison. Like you have to hire a chef at home, and you give an ad that I need a chef. For at your home, a chef comes with 3-year experience working in a Bangalore. The other chef has 2 years experience in a hotel. And the third chef says that I want to become a chef. I can make a couple of dishes, but I want to join and learn the cooking at your home. So definitely, like those people who say that I want to join and learn, and my objective is my objective of joining this organization is learning. Will you give job to that chef who is learning cooking and want to learn that being hired at your home? Definitely. You will not let him practice on you like guinea pig. You would like someone who is already capable of making good dishes and who can cook food for you day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, raise hand with the question. You can unmute your mic, introduce yourself, and ask the question.
Yes, sir, myself Shahid. Can you listening me?
Yes, yes, Shahid.
Yes, sir. My question is
Yes,
that
Shahid, I
I
can
have
hear.
the Gigi. I have the almost 9 to 10 year experience of sales. Currently, I am working in sales department. I want to push myself in marketing department, like as a product manager. Which I should require
Mhm.
for this? Kindly guide me, please.
Okay, your graduation or master's, is that in science subjects like MSc biochemistry or or PharmD or BSc zoology, botany, chemistry?
Sir, my qualification is BSc Physics and Mathematics.
Okay, and have you done MBA?
No, sir, I have not done MBA.
Have you completed your MBA? No, you may not. Okay.
Sorry.
So for
Uh,
you, first suggestion would be that okay. For you, first suggestion would be that you have to you see that there are a lot of sales people besides, like in your own team, in other teams, and in other cities. There are a lot of people who are in sales, and many of them want to become productive. You will have to start working on yourself. You have to groom yourself. Number one thing, you have to improve your medical knowledge. Number two, you have to improve your product knowledge. You should participate, and after having this knowledge, you will be efficiently participating in the meetings. And then you should at least enroll yourself in MBA. Enrolling yourself in MBA will not make you able to get the technical knowledge, but it will also tell others that you want to do something in marketing, and ultimately, like it will show your seriousness. Then practically, what you have to do is that you have to assist your product. You should have very good relations with your product. You should be the first person who is sending him or her market feedback, competitors feedback. You can write to him or her about suggestions like this: the competitors are doing this, or doctors are suggesting this, and in my opinion, this strategy can be followed. Maybe you will write 3 4 letters in a month, and you won't get response of any, or none of your suggestions will get accepted. Your objective is not that they should listen you and follow your instructions, or they should follow your suggestions. Your objective is to make them realize that you have thinking mind and you are interested in branding. So by improving your knowledge and doing all this gradually, you will get picked, but you should take admission.
Thank you so much,
Next question.
sir. Sir, my second question is that if I want to go a product manager in other company, so which I should need MBA is must.
Yeah, I guess MBA is nowadays must.
MBA is must take, right, sir?
Please, next question. Somebody is raising hand.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum
Hello,
assalam.
जी all. I'm Mohammed
Yes,
Umar.
yes, very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to appreciate that you.
थोड़ा सा माइक माइक अपने दूर कर लें, कि आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही. माइक को थोड़ा सा
जी
डिस्टेंस
सर,
कर
अब
लें.
क्लियर अब क्लियर है सर. जी
जी
सर.
जी
Sir, first of all, though, I
जी
would
प्लीज.
like to pay thanks that you gave a chance, and I'm appreciating you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I have done my BSc in zoology and chemistry, and then I have done MBA in marketing, and further I have done MS in pharmaceutical marketing. But I have experience of sales, and
Excellent.
currently I'm working as a senior area sales manager at Gats Pharma, based at Hyderabad. But I'm interested in the field of marketing, means product manager, and with the background of marketing, academically I'm marketing and sales experience, with sales experience. But I have applied and submitted my CV in different companies for the post of product manager, but I even a single response I received. I'm very much hopeless right now. What I have to do improve in my CV, or my academically I'm weak, or kindly guide me. I'm very much hopeless at this stage, so kindly guide me what I have to do.
The first thing is that you should always be hopeful and confident. If you are becoming hopeless or you are becoming less confident, ultimately it will not help you even if you got a call. You will not be able to pass that interview if you are lacking the confidence. The second thing is, I will again request you all to introduce yourself. You can share your company name, or it's your choice if you don't want to share. Share with me your town name. And if you have to share such thing that I have applied somewhere or something like this, so you can write these things to me in inbox, in my direct message, because there may be another participant from your company, either at senior level or a junior level, and we should always take care of. You should also always take care of your secrecy. So nobody knows that you are in this company or you're applying somewhere else. Fortunately, I guess most of the people in this group are young, fresh, and they don't know each other. But for future, I'm telling you, whenever you ask any question, you can, if you have to ask a direct question, then don't share your company name, or otherwise, what you can do is that you can contact me in my inbox. Is the question? Okay, let me answer this first. Keep it like this.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank
what
you
you
very
have
much.
to do is,
Thank you.
okay, I'm giving you, now I'm giving answer of your question. See, there are a lot of people who are in sales and they want to join marketing. Around 23 years back, I joined sales and I worked for about 4 years in direct sales. Then I did my MBA with basic graduation in science and pharmacy subjects, and then I became area manager. So, and at the same time, I was doing efforts to get promoted or get designated as product manager. But unfortunately, I was working for a multinational and there was a post freeze. There were very little number of posts in brand management. There was hardly one group product. There were no post assistant. So I tried for a couple of years. And in the meanwhile, I did brand management from IBA. Again, like you have to keep on brushing your skills. In those days, I remember there was a senior person who was previously a brand manager in Phenol. Phenol was later on acquired by Abbott. So I used to request him for just 1 hour on Sunday. And he told me that on Sunday, I wake up early. My family will be sleeping, so you can come for 1 hour and I will guide you. And on certain Sundays when I used to visit his home, he would have said, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. Today I'm busy. Come tomorrow. Come next Sunday." So I never mind because I was there to gain knowledge. I guess I visited his home on Sundays for 3 4 months, and I initially learned my basics from there. That's why this gave me an idea that I had someone whom I used to request again and again, and that person used to guide me. But nowadays, fresh graduates are usually not getting that guidance. That one thing is degree. You have done PharmD or you have done BSc, you have done MBA. Now what next? As I was suggesting to one of the other friends who asked a question before you, that you have to tell your company that I want to become a product manager, not only by words, but also with your communication. For you, I think that you should improve your communication as well. Because product managers have to deliver presentations to group of doctors, to field force, they have to train the team. You must be observing your product manager. So try to improve that thing, try to improve your communication with your brand manager, try to brush up your skills, that how things are being done. Why you need to brush up your skills? Because if your current company is not giving you an opportunity, then you can apply in another company. And that company will judge you not only with your CV, but you in the interview. So for that interview, you should very well know that what is the job of product manager, how brand plans are being made, how campaigns are being made, because nobody will hire you to get training on their cost. Okay, so you should at least get half prepared so they can brush up your skills further. But they won't like to join a person who is coming just to get a training on product. And for this, read a lot of books on marketing. You can attend this course as well. This will help you a lot to give you an idea what product management is. And then you can keep on applying in different companies. Okay. Uh, not really. Yeah, exactly. A core job I have, I guess this is the first topic of our presentation on Sunday. You know that if you ask the core job of a brand manager, assistant product manager, group product manager, their basic JD is same: to create sustainable advantage of their products in the mind of customers. Assistant product manager does it on a junior level and he takes a lot of guidance from their seniors. The product manager does it directly for the current product and future launches. Group product manager supervises that he gets this thing done by product manager or assistant product manager, that they make efficient campaigns and strategies through which a sustainable competitive advantage is being created in the market. So their core job is to create sustainable competitive advantage of their product over the competition. But to do this, they have to do a lot of things. They have to do market research. They have to do market survey. They have to visit the field. And they have to make a brand plan. Brand plan is the master document for the whole year. What is the forecast? Looking at market growth and looking at market size and looking at our current size, what should be our aim this year? If current size is, for example, 1 billion, what should be our size next year? Let's consider a product is growing the market is growing by 15% and your current volume is 100 million. So apparently your next year target should be 115 million. But most of the companies want to grow faster than market. So maybe you will set a target of 25% growth. And for that, you will have to make a complete strategy. You will analyze the market. You will see where the gaps are there. You will see that which are the unmet needs of customers, which are the unmet needs of consumer, which is patient or the customer doctor. And then you will make a marketing strategy, which will include segmentation, targeting, positioning. The product manager has to identify the segment by looking into primary data, that which are the segment where we have to operate, which are the segments which can prescribe this product best. Then you have to do targeting. Targeting means that your product, if it's a premium price product, so maybe you will be targeting those areas, those towns or area of towns where people are affluent. Either they can purchase your product or not. Then you will be targeting those doctors there are different categories of doctors. The senior doctor, the leading doctors, consultants, key opinion leaders, they want to try new products. They want to prescribe latest molecules. So you may be targeting those. And then what is your positioning statement? Positioning statement or positioning of the product is how you want your customers to perceive your product in their mind in comparison to the competitor. And then your whole strategy roams around that message, key message. Yeah, the words your representative is saying in the room of a doctor or chamber of a doctor, your paper, poster, literatures, your campaigns, your banners, your activities, your roundtable discussion, all these are communicating the same message, which is the positioning of your brand and the way you want your product to be perceived by the Or there was a question again on text. Okay, this new market question is very interesting. I was just suggesting this book, 22 Immutable Laws of Branding Growth. You know, they say that if you are entering into market, like this question is more viable for the business. Like your company CEO or your director must be asking that which is a new segment where we should enter, which is the new product we should. According to one of the laws of marketing, it says that you should always come up with a product in the new segment, because whenever you enter with a new segment, then there is no competition. You are the first to enter there. Let me give you a couple of consumer examples. Okay, do you know that this Surf Excel, it used to be Surf in the past. This was first to enter in the detergent, packed detergent market of Pakistan. So it ruled the market for about 2 or 3 decades. And then gradually Express and Bright and other detergents started. But what happened that now people have that name Surf being branded as detergent. They say Ariel ka Surf. They ask the shopkeeper, I need Ariel Surf. So instead of detergent, they are using the brand name Surf. Likewise, Pamper was first to enter in the baby diapers market. So people say that Diaper ka diaper. Diaper is a brand. Diaper ka Pamper. So Pamper is a brand. Basically, this thing is diapers. But people don't. Very little number of people say diapers. They say किसी भी company का, like Diaper company का diaper. So Surf is now become the category name. So likewise, when you enter into a new market, ultimately you get benefit. How you can find a new market? For that, as I shared with you, research helps you a lot. You have to do a lot of customer survey and identify what are their unmet needs. And like recently, a Pakistani girl has invented a sewing machine for blind people. You see, she got, I guess, pride of performance this year and a lot of other things. So ultimately, you have to enter into a market where no one else is there. So she invented this new machine, sewing machine for blind, and now she's becoming popular world over because nobody before that had thought about it. So this product will not only get patented in her name, but it will be sold initially. No one else has this thing in his or her mind. So this will get high sales. Then other people will get license from her, and this product will be a great success. So a saving machine for blind was not there. Not nobody thought it could be a market. So you should always think for new markets, or you should be if it's an old market, then you should enter with some specific USP. Any other questions? Yes, we do test market in certain cases, but in currently in pharmaceutical market, currently like it is not very much impact. The reason is for this you do more of homework. Like once you have identified a particular segment and then